A little bird told me they have a little request or different request on the EX200 exam right now, which is to create a custom script that is going to run on a custom timer. Okay, if that's what they want, that's what we're going to give them. So it's working here. I have managed to make this work. It's not that hard. So I have a custom script running this message, hello from EX200 script running at the every 5 minutes with the systemd timer. Okay, I'm going to show you all the details and how it's done. I was working the past hours on this kind of, well, not a script, not a Linux script, but like a script for you guys to follow and experiment at home. And it's working. It's doing its thing every 5 minutes. Let me show you then how this can be obtained. And I'm going to use my own script I just created to make sure that I don't forget anything. So let's create our systemd timer to run a custom script at a given schedule. If you're watching this in a short form, you much better watching this in a long form for better clarity and details, and I'll see you there. For the long form peeps, here we go, EX200 custom systemd timer to run a custom script at a defined schedule using a systemd timer. So I'm going to look at my other screen now so I can get my own bearings. Is everything okay? Yeah, my lights are shining on my face. Okay, step one, create a script. So I suggest, and I'm going to put all of this in the description below so you guys can follow along. Okay, so I created at the USR local bin folder. Okay, you can put it wherever you want to put it. If they specify a specific folder, put it there. It's all fine and dandy. I'm going to put this on the USL local bin just because it works, and I mean, yes. Now I called it. I just noticed a typo here. I'm going to fix the typo so you guys get all the good stuff. Cool. Now I created a file called, and already this is already kind of in an advanced state, so guys don't look at me troubleshooting stuff. So just go here and create a script. This is my test script. In the exam, they're probably going to ask you to do the script according to their instructions. I have no way to guess what the instructions are at this point. If you know exactly what they ask in terms of what the script needs to do, let us know, and then we can just chime in. Everybody can chime in their suggestions. So I don't know exactly what the script is required to do. So this is my best guess. So I'm going to echo hello from EX200 script to a file called var log ex200 script.log. And that's exactly the one I was checking. So if I can check the file now. Again, this is just an example. I don't know at this point exactly what they ask. If someone actually knows and wants to share, put down the comments below so everybody can chime along and give their suggestions. So this is the scripts are going to be run in a given schedule using systemd timers. Fine, that's done. Sorry. Step two, it's going to make it executable. So it already is. Okay, it already is. ls minus la. It's executable at this point in time. I trust you guys know how to do it. However, here we go. I'm going to do it again. chmod plus x and the script itself, and now it's executable. So that's done. So create a script to do something. Again, if you know the details about what the actual required to do in the actual exam, let us know, and then you guys can just collaborate with another to tell you that. And of course, I will chime in too. Put it somewhere where they want you to put it. I put it here, but it can be anywhere you want, and make it executable, and that's done. That's step one done. Step two, we need to create a systemd service unit, and of course, if you know a better or an easier way to do this, let us know in the comments below. I mean, then we know more than one method. That would be actually great. Cool. I'm going to create the systemd service unit script. So this is now a regular normal systemd service script to start as like a service. That's something we have done before. So I'm going to go to etc systemd sorry system, and I already have created it. I don't remember the name. It's there. It is. It's this guy here. Yeah, it's right in the notes. So it's pretty basic, pretty basic script to start the service. So a unit, give it the name, service, type one shot. Don't worry too much about what the type is. One shot will work just fine. And then you just execstart, capital A, capital E, capital S, and the path for the script would just create it. Okay, bam bam, get your pow, it's there. So basically it's a script you just created, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Cool, that's done. Save and quit. And then now the big thing here, the big thing is to create the actual timer script. So so basically you just it's in the same location, okay, exactly the same location, and exactly at the same spot, and you are going to check the file. What did I name it? It's there. It's that guy over there. And this is kind of the harder. I mean, none of this is especially hard. This is just kind of the juicy part. Just create the timer itself. So everything is done on the same folder. One is start service for the service. The other is start timer for the timer. And unit description equals do whatever you want to call it. I call it run my custom executable script on a schedule. Call it whatever you call it. Then timer. There are several ways you can do this. Okay, you can use more systemd timer specific stuff or more cron like stuff. Use the what you prefer, or you can remember. Check the main pages, or well, you don't have TLDR, but check the main pages. So you can do it hourly. If they ask you hourly, you are good to go. Daily at midnight, you're good to go. Or on a calendar date or a specific time or a recurring schedule. I mean, go and check the details. I'm not going to here to teach you all about how the schedules can be done here. You can check the RH124, RH134, my own training courses on this channel for more details, or check the main pages. But daily, you just type daily, hourly, you just type hourly. In this case, for my own experimentation, it's I'm doing this every 3 minutes. It's an example. I can put every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes. Doing this in a sorry, in most systems, doing this in a less than 15-minute schedule like this one here on 3 minutes. In my system, in the Red Hat systems, it's kind of a time waster, because if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, by default these are run not close only in the shortest period. If it's every 15 minutes, every 15 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong, but the most frequent time I can run the schedule on a timer, it's 15 minutes or more. Less than that, it will just not work unless you do some changes, of course. But in this example, I kind of went a little bit overboard, so I made sure that something was occurring, so I didn't have to wait too much. I was impatient. So every 15 minutes is quite enough. Shorter than 15, in most modern Red Hat systems, it will not work more frequent than 15. If you put 3, it will be every 15. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I am right. So here I have put 3 every 3 minutes. It will not occur every 3 minutes, but at least it will make sure that things are moving all about. Put 15 minutes every hour. In the exam, they're going to ask you how frequent it is. Just put the frequency they want. If they tell you every 3 minutes, put 3 minutes. And forget what I said about the shortest period being 15. If they say you every 3 minutes, put every 3 minutes and just move along. It's fine. Okay. Then you put persistent is true, and then this part here is kind of a I don't know if this total end is necessary, but I usually put it, which is the make sure that timers are working proper. It's to install the waited by timer.target. So I always put this in a do a custom timer, and always work to put this section there. So just put it there. It will just work, and it will be just fine. That's step what? Step 3. Step 4. it's to actually reload everything. So just do a systemctl system reload. Since I am lazy, I'm going to copy paste my own notes to just reload the stuff, and then you enable the script. It's that easy. Okay, then you enable the script, and it was already enabled, but whatever the case, it's done. So this is the name of the file there. It's there. It's that one. Okay. Now, if you want to make sure that it's actually running, and you make sure that everything is up and running, you just delete it and grab your script, and it's there, fine. And then, if you want or wish, you can even check the logs to make sure that things are on the up and up, and it's running as frequent as it can. As you can see, well, in this case, it's actually running every 3 minutes. So I was wrong. Forget what I said. I said what I said, but it's fine. So it's running every 3 minutes. Actually, it's actually running in every 3 minutes. 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So it actually runs every 3 minutes. I was under the assumption that things shorter than 15 would not run, but clearly I am wrong, and I don't mind being wrong and telling you that I'm wrong. So every 3 minutes will work fine, or even less, I suspect. So it's running pretty fine. So now I go to the var log, and you can check this, and it's there. And there we go. It's running, and it's looking quite happy and doing its thing every 3 minutes. That's about it. I'm going to put all the steps down below, of course, and so you guys can follow along and experiment in your own systems. Uh, Thanks for all the tips you guys have been giving me, so I can keep on helping everybody out, and everybody's being so helpful to one another. It really warms my heart and makes me really happy. Keep up the good works. Keep up the good work helping everybody out, and everybody will just be successful together. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment. It really helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.